Oh, g'day guys. Welcome back to Arthur's Videos. Have I got another doozy for you guys today? Alright. But, you know, the old saying is, you know, I need to get a yum char into me, man. So there's the yum char. This time, the proper cup. Hang on. I actually did rinse it out because there was a stain in there. Alright, don't you love it? I'm putting it on someone's product, you know. I know, I got the Japanese panty, the stains, the see-through, you can't see what it is. But, you know, the old saying is, there it is there, mate. I'm not going to say it again. It's a fucking good drop. All right, I'm doing a pour. There is the pour. You know, yeah, I've been having a few shots here and there lately, you know. Winter's kicked in, man. It's fucking cold. So, guys, cheers. Fucking lift a drink. Okay, you guys know what the description is. It's up the fucking top there now. But you don't know what it looks like yet. You might have heard about it. I got this machine in a while back. And I thought, all right, I'll shoot it how I got it. I like to show you guys how I get it before I work on it. This is fucking rare, okay? This is rare. Great design, but it's, you cop it in the cooler with this. I had one before. I had, what do I have? A 2-up. I had the same shit, this. Show us, man, show us. What's under the bed sheet, the panties and all this? Show us. All right. This is what it is, okay? Oh, I'll get into better view, zoom it up, we'll do top view, whatever. Hang on, let me get into there. All right. Hang on, there. We'll go here, back there. All right, for you guys. It's pretty big. This is called an Aristocrat Carousel. It's actually patented by these guys, by Aristocrat. A handful of games came out. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's just, it was good concept, great idea. Trust me, how it works is fucking impressive. It's actually patented, okay? It's patented by Aristocrat, this design, okay? Look at that. It had a couple of flaws in this, okay? I'll explain to you what happens. How this thing works. There's no power in this and that. But if I get the machine going, I'll explain to you how this thing works. So every time you put a coin into the machine, the carousel will turn around. You know, the old hopper, in playback on my other ones, there's a gooseneck type hopper, which is, it's like a funnel, the coins drop in, and it's like a cement barrel, and it just goes like this to pay out, you know, it goes round and round, you know. This one here, it took me a while to get my head around this, okay? This is the second one I've seen in my career, okay? And I had issues with my one. Bad issues. What happens with this is, when you put the coin in, the coin will come in, here's a coin, comes in, and it'll fall into the hole, okay? Into here. I'll take this cover off. It'll fall. But every time you put the coin in, the carousel will move one step. Every time a coin will go doop, 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 and it just keeps going around in a circle. And the reason that is, don't ask me the question how many coins go in. That's a good point. I might check it, see how much goes into the cup, but I'll tell you in my next video. So then what happens, a coin will fall in there, into the hopper, you know. It will fall in, you know, when it goes in there. So I keep falling in. So then what happens is, all right, this is for the silent partner, so you can't put your hands inside the holes. You know, you always got to stick your finger in the hole. So then what happens is, it falls into there, they go, it keeps going around, goes around. All right, I'm going to take this off so you can sort of see what happens again, all right? Then what happens is, when all the buckets fill up with coins, I don't know how many count, I haven't counted them. Oh, fuck it. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's 18 buckets, okay? You could count it yourself there, you don't count it AC. So there are 18 buckets. Then what happens is, when it fills up the bucket, the coin will fall down into here and it'll go into another hole. Okay, that's the house box. You know, the ones on the bottom of the machine, there's a little trap ball. That's where all the money goes for the house. They don't take out of the hoppers. They take it from the house box, you know. So that's where their bonus is. So the hopper always fills up. So that's how this thing works. So it goes around, it keeps going around, you know. And every time it does a payout, it'll do that. Now, the problem with this is, if you notice, the buckets are being changed. The original one was this blue type acrylic thing, okay? This blue acrylic, you know. Hang on, let me get rid of this guy too. Get him out of the way too. All right. Then what happens is the blue acrylic ones are the original. The white ones are a harder plastic. These are Aristocrat's replacement for the breakdowns. What happened was, trying to get my thoughts together on this. What happens, the bottom of the bucket broke, okay? So let me pull it out. Okay. What happens is, see under the, hang on, see this, okay? See around the bucket, hang on, I'll hold it here. See how it's got a slot, okay? All right? You have to play back, so you're going to play backwards and forwards, okay? Then what happens is the coin sits inside there, and this little lever comes up and pushes the coin to do the payout. So it goes around, and it spins around. What happens is the plastic breaks, so the coins were falling down. So they came up with this replacement. My old R&D department, the old bastard, turned around and said, what happened? He goes, oh, the white ones were the replacements because they were breaking. They were drying up and breaking, or they jam up and they will break the bottom. And then what happens? Yeah, man, what do? You just put a cover over here. Doesn't work like that. Okay? It doesn't fucking like that. Because if you do that, when it's trying to do a payout, it comes up an error code, basically. It comes up with an error code because it knows it's positioning, okay, because there's a positioning switch here. Okay, that's a positioning switch. So it knows when it goes like, you know, it goes like this, you know. So when it's paying out, spinning like this, it'll know there's something wrong. Trust me, that's what I had with that two up machine. Mate, I was fucking screwed with this machine. I tried to replace it. I tried to modify this, okay, and everything. Hold it there. I try to modify everything and everything. But when you pull this out, don't pull this out. You need to mark everything when you pull it out, the gears, everything, because you've got to put it back into position. If you don't do that, guess what happens? The other hand, you're in the cooler, mate. It looks easy, but it isn't. Trust me, I have actually marked this shit with a texture colour. If you don't believe me, okay, where is it? There it is there. So that, there it is there. So the marking, there's a texture colour mark. I texture marked it, all this, so I don't screw up. So then what happens is, okay, I'm going to give this to my R&D department. I'm going to get him to make this into a 3D, into new 3Ds. Okay? He goes, as I said to you, if they break, this carousel's a piece of shit. You know, it doesn't work properly. Like I said to everybody else, you know, you always got to come up with new ideas, whatever. So I'm going to take the two of them out for him. I'm going to send it to him, and he's going to 3D print this. So what do? This guy's not bad, okay? This one's not broken. Okay, at the moment, it's not bad. It'll break one day. So if you've got one of these carousels, I'm going to use that over here. If you guys got one of these carousels and it's broken, you can reach out. Okay, hang on. Where's my fucking vision impaired sign? Okay, there it is there. You can reach out. I don't know what the price is going to be, but whatever the price is, guys, you're fucked. You know what I mean? Or you can sit there and draw it out yourselves, whatever. You know? And my mate's doing this because he's enjoying. I'm always giving him a challenge. We work together. I repair his boards. He does my R&D shit for this now. So far, we've gone up to this, how the thing spins around, shoots the coins out. But how? How does it spoot the fucking coins out? All right. But everybody enjoys my videos. Dude, I'm not full of shit, okay? I sat down, you learn by your fuck-ups, and you learn and you ask questions how things work, okay? Good design on this, mate. I've got to give them credit on it. Hang on. Fuck it. Here's my cup. I'm going to have another yumcha again. Hey, I told you, if you don't believe me, mate, I'll tell you, you got to give credit to where he's giving credit on designs, okay? Guys, to the guys who made this up, to the old bastards, mate, I'll give you my thumbs. I give quality of engineering. Dude, you got to think about this. This is 80s, early 80s, you know, for this shit, you know what I mean? But do people understand how do you come up with this design in the workshop? It's like guys who do pinball machines, when they come up with a design, a skill shot and that. You got to give them a credit, because it's not like, oh yeah, we just draw this, that. Do it. Try doing it, you know? Engineering work. For those guys, I'm giving you the cheers. Okay, so how it works. The motor, it's got a clutch. Clutch is in. spins around. The gears to the momentum to spin around. What makes the carousel spin around? It's this the black gear. So the black gear here makes the carousel as a reduction system. It's a reduction system. Then what happens here? This one here, see inside. Get my fucking get a fucking screwdriver. In here, see that red thing there? See the solenoid here? It goes in. It pulls in, and then what happens is when that pulls in, there's a pin here. That pin up, and there's another pin here. So what happens is they go up, and when it comes around, it pushes underneath the bucket. I'm going to go back and have a look. There's a slot going like that on the bucket. So when you got your coin, it'll get the coins coming around. The pin will lift up, and it will shoot through the opto here, and it'll come down to the side of the payout. So it'll lift up the pin. The pins will come around and push the coins while the carousel's going around and round. Okay, so that's how this thing works. But at the moment, the thing's fucking jammed in here. The pins are not coming up. The two pins are not coming up. So that pin rolls over the... Okay. Oh, fuck it. Let me put the screw on. Okay. Have a look. Oh, fuck, this thing's heavy. Okay. You see there's a grease here. Okay, so that pin comes around. It comes up on the ramp where the solenoid over here pulls in. And that lifts up and then goes across to this opto. See, there's a slot, there's the opto, and it counts the coins coming out, basically, you know what I mean? So, it knows when to pay it out, okay? So there's an opto there. Underneath here, there's another opto. See here, there's another opto. What happens with that is, there's a house box. Yeah, that's the house box. See the flipper? See that? It'll open up and another coin will pop down there. So it counts how many coins goes into the house box as well. So there's an opto here, okay? So it knows how many coins go into the house box as well. Like it's designed like this to stop the silent partners, you know what I mean, basically. And you can't cheat it. Like I said to you, I try to get rid of the bucket. No, error codes come in because the switch key goes doop, doop, and it will count every time it goes around, okay? It'll count, you know? And if it doesn't do a count, okay, or it doesn't pay out, there's something wrong, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm getting him to do those little buckets. Well, yeah, man, we got the point, you know? But as I said, this is a carousel, basically, how it works, basically. It looks simple. But now, as I said, this is how I got it. The solenoid doesn't want to go in. The pins don't come up because when it's rotating, it's not, as I said, it's not popping the two pins. But I thought I'd show you how this thing works. But when I get the machine going and that for you guys, I'll show you how it does a payout. I'll open the door and you can see it go. It's impressive, man. Compared to the old hopper, when it goes and it shoots the coins on the side, whether it's like a cement mixer. This is pretty impressive, man. I spent a bit of time on this with my first one, like years and years ago it was, you know. But yeah. So again, like I keep saying, everything can be repaired. You know what I mean? As I said, put a bit of effort into it, think about it, mark it before you strip it, you know what I mean? Because if you get it wrong, you're going to start breaking things, you know what I mean? So, as I said, mark it before you do something, you know what I mean? But as I said, I just wanted to show you guys, you know, this, but I'm going to, I need to send those out so the guy, there's a bit of work in that. Trust me, there's a bit of work. I can sort of see how much work's involved in that. But, as I said, I always try to come up with new ideas, something different. You're not going to trust me. You're not going to see this shit, dude. You're not going to see this shit. You know what I mean? I had one guy reach out to me. He's from Europe, and he sent me a message. He goes, only guy does Aristocrat. he wrote it in translated English into my Gmail account. You know, he sent it to my email. Okay, dude, I'll give you credits. If you keep listening to my voice, you might start talking like me in Europe, you know. And someone goes, hey, man, is that Arthur Pimble walking around there with that accent? Okay, so, as I said to you, man, I'll do it for everybody. I can't believe this, how many people watch my videos, you know. But as I said, man, Aristocrat, you got to, hey, if you don't like it or whatever, give me the finger. I don't give a fuck, man. You know, hey, like I said, you have to put a new logo down it. You need to wear big boy pants, okay, or big girl pants, or skirts, or whatever you want. You know what I mean? But you got to give them credit. You got to really put the engineering behind all this shit, basically. You know what I mean? So, on that note, guys, thanks for watching another one of mine. You know, the old saying of mine is, you know, pinball machines, video games, poker machines, and pokies is a passion, guys. You know, thanks again. You know, cheers.